So you've been doing your research on LPT. You might be considering joining LPT Realty, but you still have a few more questions. Well, I'm going to help you out. Make sure you watch the rest of this video because I'm going to answer the most frequently asked questions about LPT for solo agents, for brokerages, for teams, all that stuff. I've gotten plenty of questions, and so this is going to be your definitive video on all the most frequently asked questions about LPT. Let's jump right in. So, question number one, which compensation plan should I opt for? Whether it's a brand new agent, somebody on a team, a brokerage moving over, whatever. A lot of people have this question. So, here's the answer for you. It's actually pretty crucial that you understand the difference, but keep in mind, you can switch as your business needs. So, just keep that in mind as you're going through it. So, first is the business builder plan. That's that flat fee model, $500 per transaction with a $5,000 annual cap, plus that $195 transaction fee. So here's the thing, that stands out because it's very simple to understand and the value is there, right? If you want to reinvest back in your business, you have the opportunity to do so while only paying that $5,000 cap, and everything else you get to reinvest back in your business. So if you're just starting off your business or you're really mindful about what you're going to invest in, that's really a big part. Alternatively, you can use the revenue share partner program, which is called brokerage partner plan, which offers that 80-20 commission split up until 15,000 is contributed to the brokerage. So the real decision point is this. It hinges on your interest in revenue share, stock earnings, and team leadership aspirations. So, if you want to start a team, if you really want to capitalize on revenue share, if you are making it a big point to make sure you're capturing as much stock awards as possible, that's when it makes perfect sense to become that revenue share partner or brokerage partner. So that's a really important part when you start looking at that. So hopefully that'll help answer your question. If you're not interested in those things, if you say, you know what, down the road that might be something I want to do, fantastic, pick Business Builder, and you can always switch and upgrade to the RevShare brokerage partner plan. So hopefully that helps answer that question. Question number two. Now, I technically answered this in question number one, which is, hey, can I switch compensation plans? Absolutely. Transitioning between plans is totally feasible. This shift requires a simple filling out of a new change agreement, which resets your cap period, but it doesn't affect your anniversary date. Right. So note that after switching to a revenue share plan, a 1-year commitment is required before any potential switch back. So you can switch back and forth, but you do have to stay at revenue share plan or the what we call brokerage partner plan as of February 2024. You have to stay there for a year if you choose to do that. So most people, they choose to switch when it makes sense. Typically, that's when they have built a revenue share tree that produces $10,000 or more per year. And so that's when most people tend to switch, but you absolutely can. Question number three. Now, what fees are actually involved, Isaac? Yeah, at LPT, there's a lot of pride and transparency and simplicity when it comes to fees. So there's no initiation fee, there's no monthly charge. Now, there are fees after that. Upon closing your first deal annually, a $500 fee covers a range of services, including E&O insurance and technology tools. So that's a $500 fee, but that's taken out of your first deal. It's not monthly or anything. Additionally, a consistent $195 transaction fee applies to all deals, which, let's be real, we often pass those on to the clients because we have administrative fees and they help us cover the cost of that. So those are all the fees involved there. Now, if you're using all the marketing, just know that you will pay shipping for any marketing boxes that you get, but that's pennies on the dollars compared to the value that you get there. But in terms of being part of the brokerage, those are the only fees. So hopefully that breaks that down for you. You know exactly what you're getting into. Let's move on to the next one. All right, next question, number four. Can I manage properties? Currently LPT Realty does not support property management services. So you do have to have an alternative arrangement if you are interested in that area. The thing is, we won't stop you from doing it either. So if you have a separate entity, right, a lot of states will allow you to just have that as a separate entity. If you have your own broker's license or you have a broker that wants to run that through, that will allow you to run that through there. And so LPT is not going to stop you from doing it, but we currently won't support an agent doing it. It would have to be somebody who has a separate arrangement outside of LPT. Question number 5, are personal deals permitted? Where I'm like buying the property or flipping the property or whatever that might be. And yeah, if you're buying properties for yourself, there are allowances for that, and it's a very favorable structure. The personal deals are $250 administration fee. Now, that $250 doesn't go towards your cap, so keep that in mind. It's really just the administration fee when you get that there. So uh, just keep that in mind. All right, question number 6, is revenue share inheritable? Yes, it is. Your revenue share can actually be inherited. And what you have to do is you have to designate some beneficiary who, upon presenting a death certificate to LPT, must become licensed and sign an agreement with LPT to continue receiving those benefits. And this is amazing because it becomes a true legacy asset that you own and that your beneficiaries can benefit from for a long time. And so all that hard work in real estate actually starts to build up and pay off. So I love, love, love this. It's one of the reasons why I'm a big fan of all of the revenue share opportunities that LPT provides. Question number 7, does LPT provide training for new agents? And let me tell you, this is a super important question. I'm glad so many people ask it. And I have built multiple training programs, used multiple training programs, from running a really large brokerage of 550 agents to running a really powerful team that was about 80 agents. And this is really important to teach new agents what to do. So LPT, I've gone through and kind of looked over and sat in on some of their agent power up programs. This is a 12-week training program that's really comprehensive to teach agents not just like the legal aspects, but really how to navigate the industry, covering all the essential real estate practices, moving beyond just getting licensed. Because let's be real, most real estate schools and most real estate licensing courses, and by the way, they should be like this, they're basically how not to get sued class, but they're definitely not how to generate business, how to operate your business on a day-to-day business, how to on a day-to-day basis, and how to actually grow in the right way. So that's not covered in real estate school. It definitely is covered in the power up. So I would say new agents, absolutely LPT is a great fit for you. Not to mention the fact that when you choose a great sponsor, oftentimes that person is there to help you, right? They're committed to seeing you grow. They're incentivized to see you grow. So you have kind of the company aspect, and then you have your sponsor also helping you navigate through this real estate world. Question number 8, is there ongoing training available? Yes. The short answer is yes. There's actually like a wealth of live and on-demand training sessions, including like motivational talks from the CEO every single Monday, and breakout strategy sessions and discussions. And a lot of that is accessible through the LPT Connect platform, which is really great. You can just go in there and click on training and figure out what's going on next, watch anything that's already been taught. Really, really great speakers, great teachers, amazing content. In addition to that, real estate CEOs, that's us, that's our group. You're on the Real Estate CEOs YouTube channel, so you know about us. What we do is we actually do additional masterminds inside of our group that's open to anybody in LPT. And what we do is we have 2 separate masterminds. The first one is for real estate team leaders and and recruiters for teams. So those are team leaders and people who aspire to be team leaders and people who are recruiters for large teams. What we do is we mastermind every single week on the best practices for growing your team. And it's not just about recruiting, it's about attracting, recruiting, onboarding, retaining agents and really getting them into production. And then we have an additional mastermind for everyone. And this is what we're breaking down. And this is, I mean, everybody, right? Solo agents, team leaders, everything in between, agents on teams, all that. And this is where we're breaking down the best practices in the industry in general. This can cover things like setting up your business for success, social media strategies, right? How to get on YouTube and start generating leads there, converting Zillow leads, whatever that might be. We're going through that mastermind with really high level people, because in the Real Estate CEOs mastermind, there are dozens of teams and agents that are doing $50 million, $100 million plus, really power packed. So that's a really great additional training. And it's not just training, right? It's masterminding. It's getting together, having people in the trenches that are solving the same problems that you have in your business on a day-to-day basis right alongside you, instead of learning from just some teacher who maybe has never done the thing. Maybe they have, but it's been a while. Well, this is people in the trenches right there with you, masterminding. Question number 9, do sponsored agents need to cap in order for me to receive revenue share. That means is if I sponsor somebody, do they have to pay their full cap and I have to wait until they've paid their full cap until I can start receiving revenue share? The answer is no. Every time a transaction is closed, that's when revenue share is earned. So immediately as the sale is closed, that money gets put into the pool. Now we only get paid once a month, but it is earned on every transaction so long as they're still paying their fee or paying their cap. Question number 10, does revenue share contribute toward my cap? Really good question, and indeed it actually does. Revenue share payments count towards fulfilling your annual cap. And this is really amazing. This is one of the things that I love the best because it ensures that all agents contribute to the brokerage success, whether it's through sales or agent attraction. So you can't just have a bunch of people not paying toward the company but getting a ton out of it. I think that's unbalanced. That exists in other platforms and in other companies, not here at LPT. This is really the main focus of putting real estate first, and I absolutely love it. It's something that I believe in at my core, and it's one of the main reasons I'm actually here at LPT. Number 11, super easy one, but I get this question a lot. How do I actually obtain my business cards and yard signs and all that traditional marketing to launch my business or launch it now that I'm at LPT? Well, upon joining, you actually have access to the marketing center through LPT Connect. And there you can order all your customized business cards, yard sign, and anything else that you might need, whether it's buyer packets, listing packets, all those different presentations. They've got a whole gang of them. I'm actually going to show you exactly what mine look like. I was able to have these done just selecting through templates and probably took me, I don't know, 7-8 minutes. So really great marketing center tools there. It's easy for you to just get your materials and get your business rocking. Question number 12, and everybody asks us at some point, how do I earn stock? I've heard that LPT is pre-IPO, which I'm sure I don't have to explain to anybody else watching this that that's an amazing opportunity. But how do I earn stock? Can I purchase it? How does that work? So agents earn stock through selling real estate and attracting agents who sell. So with specific transactions actually triggering stock awards. So your first transaction, your third transaction, your 15th transaction. If you're a business builder, you'll get stock awards on every single one of those transactions each year. Now, if you're part of the Rev Share Partner Plan, that's on your first, third, 15th, and your 35th, and you're getting stock awarded to you. Also, every time you sponsor directly an agent underneath you into LPT, well, guess what? You're going to get a stock award there as well. So that is how you earn part of the company. You get to own the company that you work with. And, that really highlights the commitment of LPT to agent investment in the company's success. Question 13. What listing support is available? You probably heard about the listing power pack and all this stuff, but what is that, Isaac? Well, every listing grants you a free listing power pack. It's going to provide extensive marketing materials to enhance your listing's appeal and effectiveness. This is the box that you can get, and you can take the demo box to a listing appointment to win, to show that you do more than everybody else to market the seller's home. You're also going to get that listing pack specific to that property. You're going to use all of those materials to sell the house faster and generate more business for yourself, because everybody that's watching you market that home that's considering selling, they're watching you doing that, and that's essentially what I would call like your first interview to sell their home. So using that listing power pack doesn't just enable you to win the first listing and sell it faster, but it also gives you opportunity to generate more listings and more buyers from doing all that marketing. So that listing power pack is really great. And as a matter of fact, I have a video where I break down every single piece. I have one delivered to me. I open it up. I walk you through all the pieces and explain what each one is, how to use them, and some traditional and non-traditional methods of using those marketing materials to generate more business. So make sure you check out that video. Next question 14. Well, beyond that, Isaac, what else is provided in terms of marketing? I heard LPT is a marketing forward company. Well, it absolutely is. And so in addition to that listing power pack, there's also the prospecting power pack, the open house power pack. And these are things where you can geographically farm, or if you're going around an open house, these are things that are going to help you generate leads, right? This is outbound generation using high quality marketing materials. You can use that. There's also a plethora of guides, and these guides are really great. As a matter of fact, some of the visuals you saw when we were talking about getting your yard signs and business cards, well, some of those were guides, right? Buyer's guides, seller's guides, and these things are professionally done, high quality, answering questions, and actually those materials do a lot in helping position you as the obvious real estate agent of choice. So really, really great marketing materials. again, LPT is a marketing forward company. So in addition to all that, there's also listing power packs that are specific to luxury, right? There's three tiers. There's the opal tier, the diamond tier, and black diamond. And these are just enhanced marketing tools for luxury properties, right? It's going to include slightly different materials inside the packet, but then also it's going to include stuff like digital campaigns with a certain amount of impressions. And I actually have a video that breaks all that down as well, so make sure you check that out. But I mean, it gets wild, even up to the point where that listing on the on the diamond black tier of the listing power pack, that listing can get its own billboard, right? Imagine having your listing on a billboard. Imagine what the seller is thinking when when their home is on a billboard. Imagine what all the potential sellers, excuse me, imagine what all the potential sellers in the area are thinking when they drive by a billboard and it's for a house for sale in the area. Well, guess who they're going to call when they're thinking about selling? It's going to be whoever put that billboard up. It's going to be you. Question number 15. I get this question a ton from all my friends that run their real estate companies, run teams, run brokerages. Are there restrictions for team leaders? Well, LPT, it imposes a minimal restriction on team leaders. We don't really play a lot of games where, hey, if you produce this much, your cap is here, but if you only produce this much, your caps are here for your team members, all this different stuff. The reality is we offer unparalleled flexibility in team management and compensation strategies, with the only requirement being that the team leader participates in the rev share partner program. Right? As long as they do that, we don't care what your splits are with your people. There's no minimum that you have to charge them or this, that, and the other. And again, because most of them are going to pick the business builder plan, we don't manage whether their cap is 5,000 or 15,000. That's totally up to them. It's up to you. We let the team leaders make that choice with their agents and figure out how they want to run their business. LPT, they're not going to tell us how to run our business. They're going to help us grow our business and facilitate really good conditions for that growth. But they're not going to force us into some bucket. Question 16, what about branding? Like, can I have my own brand? Can I have my own logo? Can I run signage the way that I want? Agents at LPT, we are actually encouraged to personalize all of our branding, all of our logo, with LPT Realty offering flexibility in color and design to ensure that your brand shines. And so, as a matter of fact, it was interesting because I asked them about the LPT logo and why it is the way it is. And so you'll see it in caps when people write it out. You'll see it in caps even in my video descriptions. But in reality, if you look at the logo, it's all lowercase and it's in a circle. And the circle is the least intrusive logo out there. And LPT is all lowercase because it's really meant to be the period at the end of our brand. So they're trying to minimize their brand and maximize yours. Now your state is probably going to require that LPT exists somewhere on your marketing at some different size or whatever. But LPT, if they had it their way, they wouldn't show up anywhere, right? And so they're really just the period at the end of your brand. So brand yourself. I'd encourage you to do that wherever you're at, but certainly LPT supports that fully. Question 17. How about big decisions? Can agents participate in big decisions? Because that's crucial in smaller spots. Start over. Question 17. What about big decisions? Like, can I participate in some of those big decisions? And actually, yes. Through the AAC, or what we call the Agent Advisory Council, agents have a voice in corporate decisions. It really reflects LPT's commitment to be inclusive and be agent driven in terms of growth. As a matter of fact, they just announced a bunch of stuff. This, again, is the first week in February 2024, but they just announced a bunch of stuff, some changes about commercial and the way fees work and stuff like that, and personal transactions. And guess what? The majority of that actually came from feedback from the Agent Advisory Council. So really, really great stuff there. And if you want to participate in the Agent Advisory Council, there's ways to do that, but just know that it is possible. Next one, how does the company itself, like LPT, support agent attraction? I'm really interested in growing my team or building revenue share. How do you actually help me with that? Well, LPT actually aids the agents in attraction through initiatives like Recruit Assist. So every time there's a deal that you close, we're going to send some information to the cooperating agent, just kind of helping them understand LPT, and then obviously routing them right back to you. There's also corporate rallies that LPT puts on in different municipalities or different metros, right? Where you can actually have paid speakers come in from LPT and present the opportunity of LPT to a group of agents. And the whole goal of this is to make it as effortless as possible for the given agent, right? Because we know this, we should be focused on selling more real estate, selling more homes, building our real estate teams, right? Making sure that business was profitable. But if we want to participate in attract agents, well, we don't want to make that our second full-time job, right? So that's why LPT comes along with Recruit Assist and corporate rallies, and also just masterminding around agent attraction and providing more and more tools. Pretty much every time I look at what they're doing in the agent attraction side, there's one more additional tool that you can use. But those are the two main things. The Recruit Assist and the corporate rallies are massive, great opportunities. And all you really need to do in order to attract people to that, by the way, and this is not part of the FAQ, but since I'm here, all you really need to do is be awesome at real estate. Go sell more homes, you'll be more attractive. Let LPT and all the tools that they're providing do the heavy lifting from there. All right, this next one is, I hear this a lot from broker buddies of mine that I've worked with or that I know through the industry is, can I transition my entire brokerage over to LPT? And yes, entire brokerages can join LPT. As a matter of fact, two of them just moved over recently with me as their sponsor because they saw this huge opportunity because LPT provides a bigger runway than they could have as an individual broker themselves. As a matter of fact, you can check out one of those videos in the description below where my buddy Ron, who ran an independent brokerage, moved his whole brokerage over to LPT, and he gives you all the reasons why he did that. So whether it's integrating into our model or maintaining your independent branding as a luxury affiliated brokerage, any brokerage can join and start benefiting from the extensive support and resources and revenue share opportunities right away. Coming in for a landing here, here's a question I get a lot, and I did a video on this, but I'll also answer it here, which is why did me, Isaac, why did I choose LPT Realty? You know, my move to LPT Realty is pretty simple. It was driven by the unmatched value and growth potential that it offered for agents. I looked around and said, where are agents going to be best served? The average agent, the agent who sells 4, 12, 22 homes, where are they going to get the most benefit? Because that's where I want to be. Those are the people that I connect with. That's who I am, right? Those are the people that I build relationships with over time. Those are the people that I've led. And so from a comprehensive and support side and also innovative tools, there was a really big kind of dissatisfaction that I had with all the other brokerages out there, including my previous brokerage. You know, LPT really represented a forward leap toward better opportunities and community for myself, for my friends, for my agent partners, and for just agents in general. So to me, it just made a lot of sense. Plus, undeniable growth numbers means I didn't just think that or believe it. It's proving true every single day with the amount of people that are moving over to LPT on a regular basis. So that's why I joined. And bringing it home is, how do I get started, Isaac? You answered all my questions. How do I actually get started? Well, starting your journey with LPT is straightforward. Schedule a one-on-one Zoom call with me using the link below to discuss how and if our platform actually aligns with your goals. And we'll guide you through the onboarding process to kickstart your success at LPT Realty. So, hopefully you got a ton of value out of this video. I'm sure you did. And if you do have any additional questions that didn't pop up that maybe you want me to answer in a future video or even answer you directly, you can leave a comment below. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel to always learn the most and make sure you subscribe to this channel to always have the most recently updated information about LPT and all things real estate. We'll see you on the next one. Happy selling.